My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go into that Ascension 14. Oh, is this gonna be the hurdle? I think I may have actually had more difficulty with the Silent than with the Defect so far, which I am amazed with. If true. Big, if true. Obtain a random rare card. I could do that to find my run around it, or I could trade my opener. Probably those are only two that I want to go for, right? Yeah, I can only possibly take out one elite. With the snipe, that is. I'm gonna go the random rare card. Biased Cognition, okay. Give myself some time to pick up some money before we go to the first shop. So Biased Cognition is interesting. It does mean that our fights are going to have to end basically as quickly as we can possibly end them, because otherwise our orbs become entirely useless. And we're incentivized to try and build around the extra focus that we will have in those turns. So I'm actually looking at Skim here and thinking, I mean, it's just hard draw to get me back to my zap as often as I possibly can. Do I do that? Like, how fast does the build need to be? Capacitor is probably too slow. Take a single copy of Skim. I now need to take pretty much exclusively aggressive cards, though. Okay. Emotion Ship. If, at the start of each turn, if you took any damage last turn, trigger the passive ability of all of your orbs. So, sprinkling some occasional Frost Orbs in here is going to be a lot better now. I am going to have to remove a Defend, though, because otherwise, if this elite turns out to be the Gremlin Knob, we are deceased. Which, you know, ain't great. Gremlin Horn. Really unfortunate to see that here and not be able to take it. Although, Reinforced Body is a ridiculously powerful card. The more I see that Reinforced Body, the more I think it might be one of the most powerful cards in the Defect. We'll upgrade the Zap and the Bias Cognition, and then probably dual cast thereafter. So do I want question marks or elites? I want fewer elites. Okay, so we're going to go for the question mark line off to the left. Okay. Possibility of a kill this turn with 3 strikes. That'll do. Consume. See, Consume is interesting because it extends the life cycle of a Biased Cognition run. It's just eventually you have very few orbs. I'm kind of tempted to go for it because we can just end up with one very powerful orb. I'm gonna try it. See, I'm basically running on a lot of finite resources here, right? I gain 5 focus, but at the start of each of my turns, I lose a focus. And I start with 3 orb slots, and the Consume is going to gradually lower those, so... It's a singing bowl. When adding cards to your deck, you may gain 2 max HP instead. I'm so glad to see you, buddy. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, it has. It may have actually only been a couple of seconds, but to me, it's been a billion years. It's been far too long. I'm so glad to see you again. And then the enemy dies to the fact that it triggered those. Warpaint. Upon pickup, upgrade to your random skills. So before we do that, we'll see if we want to pick up a skill. I'm actually kind of partial to either Hologram or Reinforced Body here. Because think about it. We are setting up our lightning and then just letting the lightning kill, right? So I think I take the Reinforced Body. Warpaint upgrades dual cast and consume. 2 things that I do want to upgrade. I'm going to have to lose the 31 gold here, which means I also probably won't be able to pick up what I want here. I mean, there's nothing I actually desperately want here. Go for a card removal, get a strike out of the deck. It is entirely possible we die right now. Oh, that got a lot worse when we drew the second Reinforced Body there. I probably shouldn't have skimmed. I should have known. Yeah, I should have known the possibility there. We'll Bias Cognition dual cast because that will kill both of them, but still, I don't think that was correct on my part. Strength Potion is 1 strength. Okay, I was just making sure that that was a Strength Potion rather than a card I'm looking for. Give me the name. Here we go. It's time for the name. Here we go, brain. Come on. Come on. Focus potion. I'm going to take the hologram here. Take 100 gold. Now, the thing is, if I can't hit this guy, I'm dead. So I am going to have to rest there. As much as I want to upgrade the hologram so that I can do this more often. See, the thing about using bias cognition in this fight is basically, as soon as I use it, I need to kill. Can I win this fight without bias cognition? 2 reinforced bodies says possibly. So I basically just treat consume and bias cognition as dead cards right now and then act like it. I hate it, but I think that's actually the correct thing to do. I'm no fan. But I do think that's going to be correct overall. Okay. I was trying to think of a way to strike without losing anything. Oh, this is bad. Skim definitely gets me zap at least. But I know Skim gets me zap, defend, and bias cognition, right? Just gonna consume dual cast. Alright, I'm dead this turn if I don't start dealing damage. In fact, I think I'm dead this turn either way. The maximum defense I could have gotten last turn would have been Skim plus defend for 5. But in that circumstance, I'm probably still not dealing enough damage this turn to transform the enemy. The enemy is taking 22. Yeah, we're screwed. Yeah, we're screwed any which way. It doesn't really matter what I do there. Strike's not going to be enough. Now, that is a failure of planning on my part. What I should have done is looked at who I had as the end boss and then started to plan around it. That's the thing that you have to do more often than not in High Ascension, is actually try and call your shots like that. Look at the end boss for each floor. Like, especially on the second floor, if you look at the end boss and the end boss is champion, well, you need to start building around that. Instead of trying to do what I typically do in low Ascension runs, which is find my archetype and then barrel down that line. Instead, I'm going to have to define my archetype by external circumstances, which is just... it's fine. Yikes. So I can't play Mani attacks, for example. I need passive effects and I need defense. Lose all gold for a random rare relic is usually the best thing that you can do. Now, Shovel... it has accurately been pointed out to me recently that the shovel for me is a trap because it prevents me from, number one, ever resting. Lol, Rhapsody resting. But it prevents me from upgrading cards that might be extremely necessary. So every time I dig, I'm also digging my own grave. Okay, I can get a maximum of... actually, it's like the left side has 2 rests, 2 elites. Or I can take a path with 2 rests, no elites. I think I actually do that. 2 rests, no elites. I think the primary reason that I want to do that is... ooh. That's not good. Like, if I double defend here, I need to... okay. I'm double defending because this one has a 50-50 to hit the back line, and then this one has a 50-50 to hit the back line, right? So, for both of them to miss, 25. Okay, cool. Yeah, just checking. Just checking. I still got that Rhapsody luck. Good lord. Hologram versus Consume versus Steam Barrier. Hologram is the biggest value pick. Consume is fine. After I can do some generation. All right, I'll pick up a hologram as a value pick, and I'm effectively just going to plan around hologram. Oh, Gremlin Horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. That's actually really good. Like, extremely good. Very good. And yes, that is the Dark Souls reference. I want to zap Hologram Dual Cast because it has the possibility, if it hits the same target twice, it gives me a card as well as an energy back. See, the thing is, 3 strikes against a single target, because I'm weakened, is not enough to kill right now, so I would need this. I'm doing it. Okay, good. It's unfortunate that it left the target up that was going to deal more damage, but I'm glad at the very least it went my way-ish. A Dex Potion. Loop versus Hologram versus Cold Snap. I want to take Loop here. I really like Loop, especially since the upgrade. That is to say that it no longer costs 2 by base and then upgrades to 1. Instead, it is 1 by base and upgrades to be used the passive ability of your next orb 2 times. In a Dark build, this builds your Dark Orb in the front lines ridiculously. In a build that already has Cracked Core, it's never bad. It's basically too good to turn down. I'm not going to go to that shop because I probably have no money to buy anything there. I'm willingly accepting 2 damage here to get another lightning out. That is to say, another zap on the field. Loop, dual cast, and zap. Hell yes. Now, if I did the zap first, I would have less passive. I would have done 5 more instantaneous damage there. Not worth it, though. Fairy in a bottle. When you would die, heal to 10% of your max HP instead and discard this potion. And a chill. Okay, okay. Yeah, we're totally taking chill here. If I can make this like a hybrid lightning plus frost build, I'd actually be quite pleased with that. I'm going to lose the max HP here because the current HP is just really precarious. Especially because I intend to dig. Vajra, start each combat with +1 strength. Nibad. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rhapsody, did you just tell us about the mistakes you make in a shovel run? And now you're going to make those mistakes in a shovel run? Yeah. Yep. That's how this is going down. Hell of a lot of damage to take. Alright. Power Potion. Add a random power card to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. I'll take the cool headed there as well. Again. Just some neat extra effects for us. I'm not going to expend cool yet. I don't need to. Strike, strike. No need to hologram. We'll save that for a useful time. Okay, now we can shield for a better effect. Beautiful. Alright, well, it didn't hit the back line, but that's more than fine. 1 zap to push a lightning orb to the front line, and then murder. Steam Barrier versus Sunder versus Beam Cell. Sunder is actually much more powerful than it looks like because of the Gremlin Horn. So we're being refunded 4 energy as well as a card. Unfortunately, it doesn't really fit into the build that we've currently got. War Paint. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. This does fit into the build because we don't really upgrade our anything. Please hit my hologram and zap. Okay, well, look. You got real close there. I'll give you that. Actually gonna gain dex for this fight as well. This fight's gonna be really brutal because we're being weakened this turn. We've got 1 enemy dealing extra damage. Like, this is a really ridiculously bad setup. Thankfully, we are going to have an easier time as a result of having the Gremlin Horn, which is basically the only reason that we are going to be even capable of dealing anything here. Ow. Alright, there goes the Gremlin Wizard. Another Dex Potion back. Leap versus Hologram versus Barrage. We can actually generate our slots quite easily, and we've got Vajra, so Barrage is a reasonable amount of damage for us. I'm gonna defend, hologram that back out, and then just single strike. Try and full defend myself as best I can. We're definitely using Cool-Headed. Yeah, I'm pretty not pleased with the amount of damage we're taking right now. Yeah, and we gave up our persistent over the turn's damage. If we get a bad draw here, we're actually just watching you run away, aren't we? Thankfully, we did not get a bad draw. Heat Sinks versus Rip and Tear versus Darkness. Well, look, Rip and Tear is Vajra. It goes in this build. Does it go in this build? Is Barrage just a better Rip and Tear for us? Barrage is a better Rip and Tear for us. We have to rest here, otherwise we're dead. We probably have to rest at the next one as well. This is really annoying when you have the shovel, but you can't really utilize the shovel. Oh well. We'll split the enemy there because there was no way I was going to be able to adequately defend myself. Okay. Well, look, I was trying to do as much damage as humanly possible this turn. That's not really gonna do it now, is it? Gosh, we're weak. All right, 3 strikes for the kill. Hell yes. Gives us an energy back as well. Start getting that lightning down. All right, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Although there's no reason to take that the damage that turn, so let's not. Fission. Or Glacier? Glacier. Yeah, as much as I want Fission so that I can start stacking a ridiculous amount of orbs, we are having difficulty, like, equalizing with our enemies. Glacier is the way that you do that. Uh-oh. Ow. Alright, well, we can kill the highest HP target there. We can hologram that back. Kill the next highest HP target. Beautiful. Kill that one. I'll chill because whoever gets hit by the lightning then gets to die. Beautiful. See, I figured that we'd be fine eventually. Took very little damage in that opening turn, actually. Entropic Brew, as well as Recursion, Sweeping Beam, Reprogram. Probably none of those. See, smithing either Zap, Hologram, Loop, Barrage, all of those are really big smiths for us. Alright, I'm gonna smith Loop. It's gonna be extra defense each turn or extra attack each turn, depending. Which is gonna be extremely handy. I think, in fact, I'm also gonna set up to expend my potions, because I do believe that's gonna be necessary. Only just got him to transform. All right. Let's dual cast Glacier. Make ourselves untouchable. Loot, cool-headed, and easy defend. Beautiful. So basically now I'm just looking to get back to Barrage as often as is humanly possible. It's all I care about. An upgrade on that Barrage also would have been pretty damn significant. I will expend my hologram here to try and burn that, because if this guy gets this hit off, again, we're dead. Speaking of we're dead, he's definitely going to get this hit off, so guess it's time to defend as best I can. Definitely misordered there. Should have done the strike first. Okay. Well, I mean, we've gotten him to half HP. Just a couple more barrages in him. And we're fully defended this turn. The Fairy Potion will bring us back, and as soon as it does, I'm going to Entropic Brew. Again, wrong ordering. Should have done the strike first. That would have snuck 6 more damage in. Perfect. Oh, Glacier. Really? That's the exact right turn for it as well. I'm very pleased with our draws in this fight so far. It's extremely important that I say so far, because that can turn around quick. Barrage kills. Eventually, I mean. I didn't mean instantaneously. I can't imagine what led you to that belief. I'm actually tempted now to take Fission. Getting those extra slots would be ridiculous. Yeah, this is a defensive build now. We use Glacier, Chill, Cool-Headed, Loop, Hologram, and Fission as the basis of our defensive build. And then we're going to slot in damage with the Barrage. So basically, I've actually just completely run away from the Zap build that I initially wanted to... What? Well, see, that's the inserter. Every 2 turns gain an orb slot. It's way better than Fission for orb generation. For slot generation, that is. See, Fission is mostly about evoking all of the orbs at the same time rather than gaining all of the orb slots, because then you have to rebuild. This, you don't have to rebuild. I'm actually super tempted to take the inserter. And then just not use Fission. A better option showed up. I have to. It's really, really difficult to run away from that. Because now a single consume means that we can stall fights forever. Until the cows make their way home. You know, those pesky, consistently running away cows. Those ones. Pretty not pleased about the draws so far, considering all of our defensive cards are still in the deck. Oh my god. We're actually not going to be able to kill any of them. Or maybe it's going to take a barrage draw. That was never going to happen. Never in a million years was that going to work. Enjoy my money, bastards. Okay. I'm actually going to use Fission there, because we've still got the... We've still got the big boy hit in the deck. That is to say, Glacier is still in there. Ow. Come on, second glacier. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're taking a lot more damage in this fight than I wanted to as well. Boy, howdy. Well, at least we're going to be able to defend ourselves from now on out. There we go. And everything is finally good and right with the world. Alright. I'm actually tempted to take another cool-headed, and in fact will. Especially due to the fact that it came pre-upgraded. I'm kind of antsy for someone to kill me so that I can get this fairy in a bottle to trigger and then start using the entropic brew and whatever potions we happen to get in there. 17. Yeah, I was about to say, once they decide to both attack on the same turn, we are screwed. As much as I desperately want a barrage, I also have this weird fascination with my HP. Like, I like having some of it rather than none of it. I know, it's weird. I'm working on it. Gosh. Can we just live until we get consumed, please? Game? Please? Game? Game? Consume, please? Game? This hand is bad? I actually might need to... dual cast defend will be fine. I was thinking we might need to use fission just to pop all of our orbs there. Gladly it didn't come to that. But one day it might. I need to be prepared. Having extra energy would be dope as hell, but at the cost of Sozu over the inserter, that's oh, that's a hard sale, my friend. That's a difficult sale to make. Now, I would be able to stall this fight indefinitely. The enemy will never be able to deal damage to me. But unfortunately, I don't benefit from doing that at all right now. I don't have any way to generate bandages. I don't have bites. I don't have anything, really. Swift potion. Rainbow versus turbo versus go for the ice. I should have stalled for one more turn, because then on the first turn of my next combat, the inserter will trigger, whereas now it won't. That's one thing I could have benefited from. I'm actually considering the turbo. Yeah, because our early turns need to be more impactful, and we do have card draw in the deck already. Taking it. Getting Jax is not going to be a thing that we can really do that often. See, the problem with this is, while it does increase the amount of damage that Barrage does, it has very little effect on anything else, and we have to lose 3 HP each time we play it, and we don't have HP to lose. Speaking of donate, speaking of don't have HP to lose, we are going straight into an elite fight after this. So, you know. Ow. I may need my fairy in a bottle this fight. Chill showed up at a pretty reasonable time for us. That's good. That's not. Alright, I'm going to hologram back the barrage. I didn't want to have to barrage this target is the thing. Whatever. Wasted a hell of a lot of damage there, but kind of had to. Okay. Not a bad time for Glacier to show up. Thank you. Defends this entirely, in fact. Unfortunately, we do not scale at the same rate that our enemies do. So I fear this may be all she wrote for the first life of my character. Ow. Time to use the Entropic Brew. Strength Potion versus Poison Potion versus Skill Potion. $25 on that back line. 24 incoming against 12, 20. This is 22. Okay, we're fine. We're defended this end. And it should not be too difficult to defend this for almost every hand after this. Just any Frost Generation in each hand will be fine. Right up until this point, at which time it is no longer fine. The incoming is 12. 12 on 17 is 29. Plus 6 is 35. We are going to be left on 1 HP after this turn. I'm going to throw the Poison Potion. As much as I don't want to, I kind of have to. And there's the Barrage. Second chill. Kind of have to take it. We're probably almost certainly definitely dead here, so... Skill Potion? Reprogram? I mean, sure. Glacier is one of the top cards of our deck. That's good. So if I cool-headed Glacier, unfortunately that means both of these minions survive this turn, and if they both survive this turn, then the Gremlin Leader attacks the turn after. But I don't really have that much of a choice right now. I guess I just need to hope for, like, both. Oh, wow. I was about to say, I need to hope for both of my chills to be in this hand. It's, feeling like that one's not going to work. Yeah, we're just out of this one. Damn. We were one card away from a pretty successful build right there, I feel. Just the one. And I even chose the path with some of the least elites. I don't know if there was a no elite path on that floor. I did get kind of blinded by question marks. That's something that I also consider in Ascension. And that's that as much as my typical strategy is hit as many question marks as possible and then hit as many elites as possible, I've adapted it for the Ascension to be hit as many question marks as possible while hitting as few elites as possible. And perhaps I need to further adapt it to hit as few elites as possible and as few question marks as possible, because I'm not getting that many card offerings after those question marks. Normal fights are getting me more card offerings. I guess that's more of a, do you want to run thick or thin? And I made my decision a very long time ago. I am a thin deck daddy through and through. I'm trying to think more in depth as to what really caused the downfall of that run. We had very few ways to translate what we were doing into damage. We had Barrage. That might be a full stop right there. Oh. Never mind. Yeah, we had Barrage. Not even upgraded. We just had the Vajra, so it's basically half of an upgrade on Barrage. Having both Inserter and the Fission was really unfortunate. Sometimes I feel like you should be offered the boss relic in the same choice as the boss reward. Because then you would... The boss relic is in the same choice as the boss reward, that is the boss reward card. Because then you can make an informed decision. Like, if you see, for example, Meteor Strike in the first pick, you can't pick it. outside of certain circumstances. But you sometimes go, oh man, I can't pick this because I might not have Snecko Eye in the next boss chest. And then it's there, and you're like, I could have picked, damn it. That's the kind of thing that you're robbed of by having to make those choices one in a row. I think because they happen with nothing else in between them, that they should probably be grouped. Like, there's nothing worse than taking Alchemize and then Sozu is your only energy energy relic in the next chest. It's like, oh, great. Thanks. That's fine. I mean, this run kind of needs energy, so I guess I'm taking Sozu, which makes Alchemize dead. That's effectively the exact same thing that just happened with me and Inserter/Fission. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. Your name has been Leaderboards, which is a lovely name, sonorous, rolls off the tongue. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.